Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. My name is Kelsey, and today we have a short class in store. This class is designed for all of us who sit and all of us who work at desks. This class is going to get into all of our parts of our body that get tight and stressed, where we hold our stress, so our shoulders, our neck, our upper back, upper body, as well as our lower back and our hips. In addition to moving and stretching our body and kind of shaking out those physical kinks, I also want to show you guys a pranayama or breathing technique today that can really help to alleviate stress and to let go of challenging parts of our day. It can make us feel a little more centered, a little more grounded, and can add a little bit of relaxation to our day. So let's go ahead and actually get started standing today. You don't need any props for this class. Take your feet out wide, a little wider than your hips. And we're going to go ahead and start swinging our body, letting your arms be heavy, swinging your chest and your gaze over towards one side and the other. There's no wrong or right way to do this. We're just moving our body. We've been sitting all day, bringing a little bit of movement here. Heel toe your feet a little wider. And then we're going to put a big bend in the center and stretch and reach. Bend in the center, stretch and reach. So as we bend, put weight down into the right foot, our left arm extends, bend, the right arm extends. One more time each side and back. And then back to the smaller movement that we started with and twist. Coming back into center and taking big arm circles or shoulder circles, you choose. We're really just working through the shoulder girdle here. And then reverse those circles, 3 and 2 and 1. Take your hands forward and expand our fingertips. Create space between every finger and your thumb. Keeping your fingers wide, pull your thumbs into your palms and extend out. Working through our carpal tunnel from clicking and typing and texting. Thumbs in, out, one more time, in and out. And then your whole hand, tiny fist, and then expand. In, expand, expand, last time. And then pull your fingertips down towards the floor and back towards the bottoms of your forearms, up. And then pull the fingertips towards the top of your forearms. Just back and forth with that. Keeping space between your fingers if you can. And last time. Good, just circle the wrist one way, 2 and 3. The other way. Got to give our hands some love. We use them constantly throughout the day. And then just find a gentle wrist stretch on the right side. Expand the fingers and pull the fingers back using your left hand. And doing the same thing on the other side. Expand the fingers, pull them back. Letting your hands drop, shaking them out, hopefully feeling a little more awake, a little more present here in this room. Next, I want to show you this pranayama or breathing technique called alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to use your right hand, take your ring and pinky finger to your palm, your index and middle finger together, your thumb points up. Your thumb is going to come to your right nostril and compress your right nostril closed. Fingers extend. Exhale your breath out here. And breathe in. Now take your fingers and close the left nostril, open the right nostril, and breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Then switch. The thumb closes the right nostril, the fingers open the left. Breathe out. Stay. Breathe into the left. Fingers close the left, right opens, exhale, breathe out. Breathe in. Switch the hands or the fingers. Exhale out the left side. Breathe in. Switching your fingers on the exhale. Close your eyes if you get it or if you're starting to understand. Breathe in. And switch thumb and fingers, exhale out the left. And breathe in. And switch out the right. Take 3 more rounds of breath at your pace here. After that third breath, go ahead, blink your eyes open, release your hands down. Noticing how you feel in your mind and how you feel in your body after just 2 minutes of that. It's a great exercise you can sneak into your day before maybe a stressful meeting, a speech. It can really help to make you feel settled. It can help to calm you down if you're in a high stakes situation. So that is alternate nostril breathing. Next, we're going to move up to the top of your mat, standing. We're going to breathe together. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend in the knees. And exhale, hinge at your hips, swan dive forward. Take a gentle forward fold to allow your knees to bend as much as they need, allowing gravity to stretch out our low back that's been compressed all day. Drop your head and shake it no. Inhale, find a halfway lift, letting the crown of your head reach forward, reaching out and away from your hips. Exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees deeply, plant the hands and step 1 foot back and the other. We're gonna drop our knees, finding tabletop and coming right onto modified plank on the left side. So your left hand stays down, left feet pull over towards the left, your left knee's on the floor, right leg extends, right toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Inhale, reach your arm up and overhead, exhale. As you inhale, circle the arm down, back, up, and overhead. Inhale, reach it up, back, down, and overhead. Breathe in and out, back to center. I'm doing the same thing on the right side. So the right hand, the right knee are on the floor. The left leg extends, left arm up, and overhead, exhale. Breathe in, let the arm circle down, back, around, and overhead. Feel that stretch in your low waist. Then reverse the circle. Inhale, back to center. We take 1 cow pose to allow the belly to drop towards the floor, hips up and back, chest pulling forward and through your shoulder blades. Gaze is forward. Breathe in. And with the exhale, pull the belly button in first, reverse the shape, push the shoulder blades towards the ceiling, pull your chin towards your chest. Cat, breathe here. And exhale. Inhale, come to neutral, curl the toes underneath. And we're slowly going to find our first downward facing dog. So letting your knees be nice and bent. Pull your hips up and back and space behind you and find downward dog. Do what you need to start to wake up your body. Here might be your first downward dog of the day. You can pedal the feet by bending one knee and then the other. You can relax through the neck by letting your head hang heavy and gently turning it side to side, shaking it no. Wherever you're at, inhale, create length through both sides of your waist. Use your hands to push the hips up and back. And exhale. Inhale, pull your right knee to your chest. We're stepping our right foot up between our hands, drop the back left knee. Inhale, the hands come up into an upright low lunge. Inhale, imagine someone's lifting you straight up from your fingertips and feel the stretch for your left hip, your left psoas, the front and top of your left ham and quad. Exhale, twist, left hand down, right hand up. Breathe in. And with the exhale, reach your right hand towards the back of the room and circle it down and forward. As you do that, pull your hips back, finding a half split. Your fingers might touch the floor, they might not. They might rest here. We're just extending with a straight-ish spine, our torso over our leg. Breathe in and out. Rebend the right knee. Low lunge, curl the left toe underneath. You can step, 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 or put weight down through the right foot to float your left foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold, exhale. Reverse swan dive, our hands come wide, and then up. Touch the palms overhead, exhale, hands down to heart center. Flowing through that one more time on the other side. Hands come down and inhale them up, look up. Bend at the knees, swan dive forward. Your chest leads the way. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let the crown of your head reach forward. Create length through your waist. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back and your right foot back. Downward facing dog. One breath here, pushing your hips up and back. With your inhale, pull the left knee into your chest and step the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Low lunge. Inhale, your arms come up. Touch the palms overhead. And again, imagine someone's lifting you straight up. Allow that lift up to create stretch right on the top of your right thigh, your right hip. And exhale, twist. Your right hand comes down, left arm is up. Breathe in. With the exhale, reach the left hand back and then circle it down and forward as the hips come back. Half split. Extend the crown of the head forward. The spine is long. Breathe in. And as you exhale, rebend the left knee. Hands come beyond the left foot. And step, 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 or just spring the right foot up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Little bend in your knees as you do this. Coming upright. Exhale, palms touch. Down to heart center. Release your hands down. And we breathe up just like this one more time. Hands up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward. Plant your hands. Step one foot back and the other, this time stepping into plank and lowering to modified plank. So one line from your shoulder down to your knees. Keeping your elbows right in tight by your sides. We're lowering our body down to the floor onto our bellies. Extend the toes long behind you. Tops of the feet press into the floor. Keep squeezing the elbows tight in by your sides. We're just taking a baby cobra, so push into the tops of your feet as you inhale. Strengthen the legs. All the leg muscles are flexed. And that energy shoots your torso forward, then a little bit up. Elbows pull back. Stay for another breath. Inhale grows you a little taller. And exhale, roll yourself back down. Forehead to the floor. From here, we're taking a shoulder stretch. So take your arms out into a big T shape. So your hands straight out from your armpits. I'm going to move on to the left side first. So keep your left arm right here on the floor. Pull your right hand in by your chest. Turn your head to look over towards the right, the left side of your face, your left ear is on the floor. And moving into this slowly. Relax your shoulders down away from the ear. So create space between the top of your shoulder and the bottom of your earlobe. And then slowly rolling weight over onto your left side. Stacking your right hip on top of your left. If this is going well, you can intensify the stretch by bending your right knee and stepping your right foot behind you. If you still would like more stretch for your left side of your chest, your left shoulder, you can extend your right arm up towards the sky and slowly with time, reaching it back towards the left side of the room, back towards your left hand. Knowing that this is all about chest opening and nothing about neck strain, so allowing your head to be fully supported by the floor. No effort in your neck. Really no effort anywhere. This is more of a surrendering kind of posture. So allowing gravity to slowly open up our chest. This is the opposite shape that our upper back, our chest is in most of the day. You know, we round forward to type, to text, to drive. So this is a nice contrast to that shape we're usually in. Breathe in deeply and exhale. And just as slowly as you came into the pose, slowly reverse out, rolling yourself back to your belly, taking your chin, forehead to the mat. Extend the right arm, feeling the blood rush back to the left hand. And then pull the left hand right in by your chest, adjusting your right hand to be straight out from your armpit, creating space between the top of your right shoulder and your right earlobe. Then turn your head to look over towards the left. And just to slowly start to roll your weight onto your right side. Maybe bending the left knee and stepping the left foot behind the right leg if you did that on the other side. Maybe extending the left hand up if you did that on the other side. Breathe deeply all the way into your belly and all the way across your chest. And with the next inhale, slowly reversing out of this posture. Taking your head back to center, allowing the blood to rush back to your right arm, your right shoulder. Then take both hands in by your chest, pushing yourself back through modified plank, and just sitting the hips down to the heels, child's pose. Keeping your arms long, forehead rest to the mat. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale right back to tabletop and lowering down to our bellies. We have one other shoulder stretch. It starts in Sphinx Pose. So Sphinx Pose, our elbows are just a little beyond our shoulders, palms on the floor. We're going to start with our right hand, and it's like thread the needle. So you're going to thread your right hand underneath the left elbow. Your right elbow comes to stop about right at the midline, the center point of your chest. Then your left arm is going to thread on top. Your left elbow stops right at the midline of your chest. Both your palms are up. If you don't feel the stretch here, you can wiggle the stretch a little deeper. But you want to make sure that you're wiggling both arms out in opposite directions evenly so our weight stays centered. Let your head drop here wherever you are. And breathe in and out. Expansive breath that expands the belly and the chest and your shoulders here. Taking one more big breath in and out. Slowly pull the left arm in first, and then the right back to Sphinx. Readjust, and doing the same thing on the other side. So the left arm threads underneath, the left elbow stops right at the midline, then the right arm. If this is good, stay here, drop your head. If you wiggled it out on the other side, reach both hands in opposite directions in equal amounts until you find a spot that's good for you. Know that we want our elbows underneath or behind our shoulder head, so the weight of our body is stretching the outsides of our arms and our upper shoulders. Breathe deeply into the belly and the chest and exhale. And slowly taking your time, coming back to Sphinx. Lower yourself to the belly, plant your hands by your sides, pressing up to tabletop, cross your ankles, and rolling over your legs, finding a sit. Your hips find the middle of the mat, and we're just going to roll all the way down onto our backs. Let the back of your head rest on the floor, pull your knees into your chest. Last posture of this class is Reclined Pigeon Pose. Go ahead and extend your left leg up towards the sky, bend the left knee, flex the left foot. And the left shin is folded over this right quad. You can interlace your hands behind your right hamstring or your right shin. No, the right shin's a little more intense. And just find gentle side to side rock. This stretch is amazing for our sitting muscles. You know, when we sit and our hips, our hamstrings, our glutes become tight, this is probably the number one go-to pose for me to release that tension. With an exhale, release your arms. Keep your legs as they are. Let your arms come out to a big T. Scoot your hips over towards the left. And keep your legs just like this. Let both legs fall over towards the right, so a twist. If you notice your left shoulder's popping off the ground, go ahead and turn your head to look over towards the left. Breathe in. And out. Inhale, coming back to center. Use your core to pull the legs to center. Readjust your hips. Extend the legs towards the ceiling. And reverse. So the right leg, right foot's flexed. Fold that right shin over the left. Interlace your hands behind the left. And find easy, gentle, small rocks side to side. Know that if you find a spot that's especially sore or stiff, stay there and breathe into that tension, into that tightness. Allow the exhales to melt some of that away. Just like if you've ever had a massage and the masseuse is working out the knots in your back, allowing that breath to work out the tightness in your hips or your back. And coming back to center, release your arms out, keep the legs, scoot your hips up and over towards the right, and then drop the legs towards the left. Maybe turn the head to look right. Breathe in and out. Using your inhale to come back to center. Extend both legs up towards the sky. Kind of kick them out, bending your knees. And pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Inhaling, pulling the chin in towards the chest. Squeeze all your muscles in really tight. And with your exhale, sigh out through your mouth. Release your knees. Release the back of your head to the floor. Release your arms down. Extend your legs out long, finding our Shavasana stance. Maybe you need to press into the backs of the arms to lift the chest up and spread the shoulder blades out a little wider, taking up a lot of space on the floor. Big breath in. And exhale, surrendering into the floor. Release. Slowly bringing your awareness back. Add some movement to your fingers and your toes. And reach your arms overhead. Pull your legs in so your heels reach straight out from your hips. Inhale, find a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Rolling onto your right side, resting your head on your bicep. And taking your time pressing yourself up, we're going to find a seated position in the middle of the mat. Find your sit bones on the floor, roll your shoulder blades up, and then exhale them down. Hands come out. Inhale, we take one last breath together as a class. Touch the palms and pull the hands down to heart center. Finding a moment of gratitude for yourself to take the time for this short class in the middle of your hectic day and taking time to nurture your body. The divine light in me recognizes and sees the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class and feel a little lighter after your work day, or maybe in between the middle of your work day. As always, please share any comments, questions, feedback you have. Hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I hope to see you soon.